Welcome, everybody. I'll just do a little talk about maybe some tips how to deal with pet loss in the holidays since it's holiday season. And, it's not easy. And it's not easy losing a beloved pet, and it's not easy. The holiday seasons are hard. It tends to tell us, oh, it's the happiest. Hi, Susie. Oh, it's the happiest times of the year, right? There's a song that says that, and a lot of movies say that, and all those Hallmark movies, it always ends up maybe sad at first, ends up happy, but that's not necessarily realistic. That's the movie version, that's the music version, but for many people, the holiday season is, a lonelier season, especially if you're grieving, especially if you're grieving. So it's like a reminder of who's not around you versus who's with you. And so the first thing I'm going to say to that is your pets know it's the holidays. They are very much aware. If you love Halloween, they enjoyed Halloween with you, and they have all sorts of beautiful memories of Halloween. If they enjoy Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever holiday you celebrate, know that they are aware of it. So I run a pet loss community, and for the month of October, when I did the pet mediumships for that group, I wanted to see if all the pets in spirit would tell me what their Halloween costumes were. And so I would connect to spirit, and I said, okay, show me your Halloween I told spirit, show me your Halloween costume, and then I'm going to introduce you to your pet parent, as I do like a pet mediumship reading. And I was able to bring forth almost all of those pets show me their Halloween costumes. They were very much aware it was Halloween. They remembered their Halloween costumes. They remembered it with love, and they knew how hard it was for their pet parents who were experiencing Halloween probably the first time since their passing. Some of them maybe it was the second year, but either way, it was. So they were very excited to show me. I was a princess, or I had someone a hot dog. I think he was a hot dog or a hamburger. Yep, sure enough, he was. And so that's how aware they are of what's going on. Another big one I get is Christmas. So many pets in spirit, when I do readings, will talk about Christmas memories and give details of how your tree has them, has an ornament of them, or you took a holiday photo in front of the tree, or everyone wore matching red sweaters. They'll say that because they're very much aware of it's that time of the year, and that we're still thinking of it. And so where they are, it's not linear. There's no time or space. So where they are, they can literally, Thanksgiving. Think of, a lot of pets love Thanksgiving because why? They score. You can, I would give my dogs the dry turkey, not the white meat. And so they score. So a lot of pets like Thanksgiving too. Christmas, my pets get gifts, so they recognize packages or bags, and they know they're going to get a gift. So they can, where they are, they can experience the holidays. They can experience all the beautiful memories they share with you as if it's happening at this very moment, because where they are, there's no time. But they also will be sure to be with you here on the earthly plane because they're part of the family. So if they used to be part of the family before and enjoyed Thanksgiving turkey or under the Christmas tree or whatever, trick-or-treating with your kids, then they're going to do the same. They're going to do the same. There's no way they're not. And so I've seen this time and time and time again when I give readings to pets. I'm so sure when I say this. So know that as hard as it is during the holiday season, know that your beloved pets are still with you. And I also truly believe they're trying to let you know that they're with you. They're trying to give you those signs, that validation. I'm still here. It could be a song. Yes, RJ's Christmas stocking is about to go up, and my Angel's, I'm gonna put up the stockings, and Angel, of course, will still have her stocking go up, and I put something usually in it. They know this, and they enjoy it, and they love it, and I just recently had a pet tell me he loved Christmas because he felt the family come together and all the happy love that they felt. So it was a good time for him. Like, oh, they were happy, so then I felt happy. And of course he got gifts as well. So yes, they're going to try to let you know they're with us. And some of the signs are subtle and some of them are not. So if you have a subtle sign, please don't minimize the signs that they share. And let me give you some examples of subtle signs. A song that you used to sing to them, or you would play to them, or like Angel will have a song that says Angel in it. On her birthday, I got a sign from her. The ladybug came on my shoulder, but later on I got in my car and I turned on the radio, and the first song was a song that said, "Girl, you're my angel, my darling angel." I knew that was her. That was her birthday. I don't hear that song very often. So that's what they do. So be aware. It's not just Angel. It's all of your babies. They are very powerful, loving beings. And they want you to know they love you and they're with you. So pay attention to the songs. Pay attention to synchronicities. For instance, maybe your baby always wore a purple dress, and then you might see another dog or cat wearing a purple dress that's very similar. That could be a sign from your baby saying, I am with you. Especially now, like I said, they know it's the holidays. They know that it's hard. Holidays are really hard for grief. And they're going to do all they can to let you know. So those are more subtle signs. They might also do some signs like electricity, having lights flash. They love to do that because they're energy, so they can affect energy easier. My dog is rubbing his head on my legs as you speak. Oh, that's so cool. He knows. They know I'm speaking. Because before I started this, I sat down for 10 minutes and I thought, I asked Spirit, what do you want me to talk about today? So I knew I was going to go on. A couple hours ago, I said, okay, I'm going to go on. But I asked Spirit, the animals in particular, what do you want me to talk about today? And then they started to say holidays. It's the holidays. So our dogs, even if they're still alive in their physical body, they are still part of the whole animal collective. They're this whole collective. And so your dog is aware that I'm saying what they want me to say. And also that just gave me another example is your animals who are still alive in their physical body may have their siblings step through them. I've talked about this before in posts. They will step through them, and this way they can cuddle against you or feel what it feels like to be in a physical body again. I don't know if my dogs understood the meaning of Christmas, but they got very excited when we opened the presents together. Exactly. I think they do know the meaning of Christmas. I think, these are angelic beings. They have so much wisdom, but they don't always show it. So they come here looking super cute and kind of like, I don't know a lot. But then when I speak to them, oh my gosh, they blow me away with their wisdom. But they definitely love presents, and that's like Jackson. Jackson, whenever I get up, if anybody comes to my house with those bags that have like tissue, he thinks it's his, and he thinks it's a present for him. So they definitely know that. My dog wore ugly cute dog sweaters, and she loved getting gifts with all the kids in. Yes, absolutely. So that is what she's replaying. She's reliving those memories. And then, like I said, she might be giving you signs, or when you do still have, when everyone opens the gifts, kind of, this is what I would suggest you do. When everyone is together and talking and laughing and having a good time, take a step back, not literally, but into your heart, and quiet yourself just for a few seconds. And as you go into your heart and quiet yourself, see if you can feel your baby, because they're there. There's no way they're not going to be there. But we get so distracted with music and talking to others that we often miss those strong visits. But just kind of go back into your heart, sit there for a second, be still, and then see if you can feel or see or hear. It could be feel though, because your heart really can feel. Your heart knows when someone you love is near you. And so see if you can do that. My dog Toby used to love helping pass out candy for Halloween, and is it those Halloween? Exactly. A lot of pets too. So when I give readings, that's a common memory. Not common, but I would say there's a percentage that say that they give out candy, is what they say. I give out candy, and what they did is they stand next to you as you gave out the candy. Or Angel would go trick or treating literally with my niece Ava. And so the two of them would go door to door, and they would wear matching costumes or coordinated costumes. And so my dog Angel loves Halloween. Yeah. So yeah, but turn off. Okay, someone was calling me and I just turned it off. But they even show me what costumes they were in, and I thought that was really incredible because they were able to all show me multiple Halloween costumes. It's such proof of the intelligence that they still have. They're not just there like, oh, floating away and not remembering. No, they remember clearly the memories with you. Now, earlier people wrote some stuff down, so I'm going to scroll earlier and see what people said. We talked about weather, and then I think someone asked a question. This will be my first holiday season without my Olive, and it's been really hard anticipating this time. Yeah, it's so hard. It's so hard. So what I would say also, in addition to what I've already said, is you can set boundaries, and you don't have to be as busy as you normally would be. You can slow down a bit, because grief drains our energy. Literally, we get more tired, we get more fatigued, we don't sleep as well, or we either too much or too little. We get foggy brain, and so we're tired. Grief tires you out, and so you don't have to say yes to all the holiday parties, or you can say yes and only go for a short period of time versus normally the normal amount you normally would go. Grief is all about you caring for yourself, like taking extra special care of yourself during the difficult times. Okay? Dia de los Muertos. Yes. So she loved them. Aw, loved that day. So yeah, that's a good one. Now I definitely make altars for Angel, and for the family. Yeah, she liked that. She would get a treat or something. They know, well, Dia de los Muertos, I'm sure they feel the family and the other pets coming close to the home too, because animals can sense spirit very easily. So I bet she liked it. It was like, hey, it's a party, it's a party. Thanksgiving. Yeah, that was an emotional, the Day of the Dead, or Dia de los Muertos. That was very emotional. Let's see. I'm just scrolling through. Okay, should we leave anything for our past pets, like a treat, etc.? I do. I do. Because they're there. And just like Dia de los Muertos, if you think about it and you offer it to them, they can experience it in the spirit world. I do believe, same with Christmas or any other holiday, you can leave them a little treat as well or give them a little gift. And everything, so on the heavenly plane, Rainbow Bridge and the heavenly plane, there's no physicality. So everything is thought and emotion, like love and thought. So if you intend to give it to them, I'm giving you this ball, or I'm giving you this treat, this cookie, they can receive it and they feel it. And the reason why I know this is because I'm on the other end when I give readings. And this happens more when I speak to humans and give readings. They will describe to me like, I don't eat meat. But I've read for humans in spirit who will say, oh, we used to make like fish tacos, or we would make tacos, or I'm just giving an example. And we would barbecue at the beach. And so then they would have me remember that memory and taste the tacos or whatever they made. And I'm like, oh my God, I haven't had meat for decades. And I'm tasting it because they put that in my head. So that's the other way around, you see. But so if we think it here, they can also feel and taste it over there. I'm sure of that. And that's a whole belief behind Dia de los Muertos too. But yes, I believe so. This is my first holiday season without Buddy. Not only Thanksgiving and Christmas, but my birthday is this. Oh, and Buddy's is the 15th. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so this is not an easy time, and I'm very sorry. So I would say, take it easy. Take it easy. Again, you don't have to go everywhere that you normally go, or you can limit the time. And then also just spend some time connecting to Buddy, because he's going to be with you. He will not forget it's your birthday. He will not forget it's his birthday or Christmas or Thanksgiving. He will not. He will join you. Yeah. They're intelligent, and they're actually by far more intelligent than we give them credit. And I know this because, like I said, the more I talk to them in detail, they tell me stuff. They know. I posted this like a week ago, I think. They know things about us that before we were ever even had them in our family. They know because they read our aura, our soul, and everything we've done and we're thinking is in our aura and our soul. And they read it, and so they know. So they're incredibly intelligent. So they won't forget. They won't forget. And I think that's why they have me talk about this right now, because I asked, what do you guys want me to do? What should I talk about? What should I do on the live? And that's what they said. My throat's a little sore, guys, so I'm sorry if I have a little bit of a sore throat. Okay, so what else? What else coping skill can I tell you to do for the holidays? So take care of yourself, self-care. Do something that you enjoy, whether it be taking a walk, sound bath, do something, do some self-care. This is, so we're going into winter soon, right? So pretty soon we're going to go into winter, and during winter, nature slows down. Like, this is a time that we're supposed to slow down, and yet for some reason, humans, we're so busy during the holiday season, during winter time, and that's why everyone's exhausted, because we're not supposed to be busy. We're supposed to slow down, rest and recharge, go within. So meditate or pray or read or journal. We're supposed to do that. And then when spring comes, that's when we come out and yay, I have all this energy for spring and summer. Just like nature, just like the birds and just like the flowers and like the other animals. So don't forget that. You are part of nature. We're not supposed to be so busy during winter. Even fall, fall's coming, to an end. well, no, still we have like another month, but we're in fall, and fall, there's a lot of changes, the leaves change. It's definitely a time for harvest, but it's not the most active time of year for nature. Spring and summer are. So keep that in mind with this time of year, and also with your grief. Don't push it. Don't push it. Especially, like I said, grief gives us often insomnia, body aches, brain fog, poor appetite, or you can sleep too much. It's one or the other. Physical fatigue, a lot of body aches. And I believe a big reason behind the body aches is because the energy of grief stays in your body, and you need to somatically release the energy of grief. So somatically is like to release it on the physical level. So before in psychology, we would do talk therapy, and I'm a therapist. Most people know this for almost 22 years. And, we used to just do talk therapy. And then they realized, wait, it's not just talking. You have to somatically release it from the body. And so now it's everywhere. Somatic release. And it's true. So what can you do to somatically release grief? Well, you can, I recommend yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong. It's a breath work. Inhale down to your belly button, hold it for 1 second, and then exhale out. With the intention of releasing energy that's no longer serving you, that's holding you stagnant. So there's a lot of somatic movement that you can look up online to release energy. Again, like I said, yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong, those breath work, those are really good for somatic release. So you're releasing the energy of grief because it stays in the body. It stays in the body. All emotions stay in the body. It's not just grief. All emotions stay in the body, and that's why we now know we need to somatically release that from the body. You know what's really a nice way to release? I do it. I'm not trained in it, but I do Qigong. I do Qigong almost every day. And I do yoga almost every day. So, but I am a yoga instructor, but I'm not a Qigong instructor. But I do YouTube videos, and I've learned enough that now I do it on my own. And I've made some somatic exercises on my own that I kind of ask Spirit, should I do this? And so yeah, I do recommend it every day. I was going to say something too. Like I had a thought, and then where did it go? Okay, it'll come back, hopefully. It was something about somatic release. Something about that. All right. Well, let me change the subject, and then it might come back. Oh, I remember now. Yay, I remember what I was going to say. You know what's a wonderful way to release your emotions that are hard? So whether it be grief or sadness or anxiety, frustration or anger, I recommend you dance. Yeah, not just grief. It could be any emotion. I recommend that you dance. And I'm not saying professional dancing or anything like that. I mean, just move. Just put some music on and move and just release with the intention, because intention is everything, of releasing whatever you're feeling that's weighing you down. And it works. Oh my gosh, it works. So you know how they have a saying, dance like no one's is watching you? There's a saying like that. I think it says, yeah, dance like no one's watching you, or like something like that. Do that. Just move. Yeah, move in music. You could do it as you're crying. You could do it as you're angry. And after about 5-10 minutes, you're going to feel like, oh, I let it out. I feel better. You're going to feel that. So yeah, that's one of the easiest ways to somatically release. And you're doing it with the intention of releasing too. So you're not just dancing like that, you're allowing yourself to feel. Because this is the problem. We live in a society that doesn't allow emotion, or doesn't see emotion at, if you're too emotional, it's considered a bad thing in our society. I'm not saying I agree with that. So what happens is we suppress it. We suppress our emotions. When we're grieving the loss of a pet, for goodness sakes, there's no time off from work. And when you were grieving the loss of a human, you get 3 days or 5 days if they live far away. I mean, that's nothing. That's nothing. So you can dance every day if you're feeling some grief. You could dance it and allow yourself to feel it. Feel the grief, feel the sadness, feel the anger, the guilt, the frustration. Move, dance, and then after you're going to be like, whew, I feel so much better. When do you recommend doing a session with you to connect with my pet that passed? It's been almost 5 months since she passed. It's been better, but I have lots of symptoms. Oh, you could do one now. I tell people between 1 and 2 months to wait 1 and 2 months. So 5 months should be enough. I do have though. I'm booked until the new year, so I'm booked about 6 weeks out. So book now for if you want to have a reading. But yeah, so move, and again, I want to say breath work as well. Breath work. Inhale all the way down to your belly button. Hold it for 1 second and then let it out. I like to inhale my favorite color, which still happens to be like kind of like that color, the teal right there on the drapes. So inhale, and then I let it out. And when I let it out, I feel like I'm letting out emotions and that don't serve me anymore. So it tends to be like a yuckier color. So when I breathe it out, it's like, I mean, I don't mean to put the color brown down, but it's like the color brown. And I blow it out. And that's also somatic work. But what I'm going to say when it comes to breath work is don't breathe fast. Do it slow. Otherwise, you could hyperventilate. So inhale, hold it for 1 second, and then exhale. Make sure to emphasize the second part of the breath. The second part of the breath is what calms the nervous system. But if you inhale and exhale quickly, then you're going to put yourself into like a hyperventilation mode. Okay? I always say to my body, let the emotion move through me. Yes, that's good. Yes, and I do believe though breath work and movement along with that intention helps that. So intention is what you're saying. I say you could command it. You say, let the emotion come through. This is your body. This is your temple. This is you, right? You're in control. We don't have control of anything else but how we react, how we respond. And this is our body, This is our temple. So you could definitely say, let the emotion out, move through it. You say it with meaning, Hi, Jess. My favorite color part is interesting too. Yeah. I believe I love colors, and so I always add colors to everything that I do. And so when also if you're feeling very anxious, when you inhale and you inhale your favorite color, bring it down to your belly button, hold it for 1 second, and then exhale out. So that's when you do those belly breaths, it does slow your heart rate and slow down your blood pressure, and it brings you more into your physical body. It grounds you more versus in your mind the thinking mind that can drive us nuts, right? Can drive us nuts. I think of my emotions as being like the emotions of the Disney movie Inside Out. Aw, yeah. I watched the first one, but I don't think I watched the second one, because I think there was a second one that came out, I think last year, and a lot of people were telling me to watch it, and then I just forgot. But yeah, I know the first one they did a really good job of talking about emotions. Yeah, I like a lot of Disney movies. Okay. Oh, the second one has anxiety. Oh, yeah. Anxiety is very common, especially in this day and age. I think a lot of people have anxiety because people aren't allowed to be calm, to rest, to be still. It's like on the go, do this, do that, go to work, go do this, go do that. And I think then people, then people get anxious, and then they don't even have time to process sadness or anger or grief or whatever, and then anxiety comes up because of that. I think if we face our emotions, then we would have less anxiety. Okay, so let's see. Anything else I want to say about the holidays and grief? So you can set boundaries. Make sure to talk to them. They're here. They're with you. They know what's going on. Journaling is good. Journaling is really good. Write them a letter. They hear when you write letters to them. They know what you're writing. They know it. They can hear your thoughts, and they know. So, and it's good for you. It's very cathartic to write. So that's something you can do. So just plan ahead. That's what I'm going to say. Plan ahead for the big holidays that are coming up. So that way when you start to feel a certain way, then you know, okay, let me do this. Let me do that. Because when we're deep in emotion, then we can't even go into like fight or flight mode, and we're not thinking straight. So if you plan ahead, you write down, this is what I'm going to do for if I feel this way, then you just follow what you've already told yourself what to do. Go for a walk, meditate, listen to my favorite song, whatever it is. It's really one step at a time, really. That's how grief is. Yeah. Any questions on what I've said? Does anybody have any questions? Okay. All right. Well, then I'm going to end this, and I'll post this so that you can go back and watch this. So hang in there. What I do want to say is that hang in there and know that you're going to get through this. So know that everything, it goes, emotions and thoughts change constantly. And so you might one day feel intensely so sad that you can't get out of bed, but it doesn't mean you're going to feel that way always. And so know that every day is a new day. It's a new day to feel better. So if the holidays are going to be hard, if they are hard for you, then know that it's not always going to be the holidays. Then January is pretty quiet, right? So don't forget that. All right, everybody. Have a good evening and take care. Bye-bye.